What is the deal, everybody? What is the deal? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, my God. There's a lot going on, bro. There's a lot going on. You know, we're going to react to Maxx Crosby yesterday. I know a lot of people were tired of talking about the trade that never was, but I think it's interesting to kind of unpack some of the stuff Maxx spoke about. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our free agent signing. We signed a young lineman today. If you guys are not aware, we signed a young lineman that was formerly with the San Francisco 49ers. There is some rumors about a possible bridge quarterback that the Raiders could be bringing in. There's some draft news. There were some pro days today. Penn State had their pro day today. I got some news and notes from Penn State's pro day, and got a little plug over there. They gave me some notes about Penn State. There's some players that I'm interested from Penn State that are over there. Look, man, all other Raider news on the damn table. But man, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to my guy Raider Ryan becoming a member for 28 months to get off my lawn game. He is a veteran. He says, "Come on, Carl. We need 100 likes to get Wasted Cooking." You already know. Listen, we got over 100 watching. We got 200 watching. It's going to be more than that, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. Salute my guy. Anthony's in the place, man. Shalib is in the place. Brit Raider Nation is in the place, man. Man. Wait, he goes, same hat, 2 live shows in a row, Wasted running low on the drip. Oh, no, brother. No, brother, we never run low on the drip, man. You know what it is, man? It's just the hat that was sitting on the table from yesterday. But you know what? You want the drip? Here you go. Hold on. Hold on. The disrespect of some of you bums out there, man. You guys know that the drip god don't ever play? Don't you know that there's drip on demand around here? There's drip on demand. What the F's wrong with you? Drip on demand. You ask, and you shall receive. Y'all never seen this one before, have you? Never, ever seen this one. But yo, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this one match because this goes with, I have the Essentials Raider hoodie, but whatever, yo. Yo, my dog David Walker's in the place, man. My brother D Walk, man. Man, I tell you what, man. One of the most esteemed members of the Get Off My Lawn gang, bro. Man, my guy. Brent Tharp with the $5 slappy. Oh my God, man. Hey, bro. He says all that and then sips his drink through a straw. Hey, brother, tell you something. You see why Wasted has these pearly white teeth? Because I don't stain them with coffee all the time. I use a straw, you effing bum. But now let's get to it though, y'all. Let's get to it. Now, salute to my guy, Brandon Coleman. But I want to ask you guys something. Did you guys see the Maxx Crosby Rush podcast? I'm sure y'all did. It was a really, really eye-opening look into the psyche of Maxx, what went down. A lot of the things that we heard went on, right? To me, the one thing that I surmised from all of that, is that this football, free agency, the business of football, all of those things, it's a dirty, dirty business, man. It is a dirty business. And listen, man, the way they brought Maxx out there, the way they disrespected him, is criminal, right? But at the end of the day, I don't really feel bad for him because he needed that. He needed that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maxx needed that because you don't know what you have until it's gone. You don't know. Look, we haven't done a lot of winning around here. Mind you, I get it. I understand, right? It's hard to lose, right? It's hard to lose, bro. Nobody wants to lose. We don't sign up to lose, bro. Nobody does. I know I damn sure don't. I want to win everything. But let me tell you something, bro. It ain't so bad here in Las Vegas, is it? It ain't so bad here in Las Vegas, Mr. Maxx Crosby and all of the players out there. It ain't so bad, you know, playing for an owner that gives a damn about you like Mark Davis. It ain't so bad. It ain't so bad playing for an organization that lauds people that played for them 30 plus years ago. Listen, you have no clue what they do for these guys. See, I know in real time, you know, the alumni parties and stuff like that, the way they roll the red carpet out for these guys, man. Stu and all these guys, man, the way the Raiders, like, you know, just canonizes all of their old players, no matter how long you play for the organization. The Raiders are a damn great organization, man. And now they're going to get the payoff for that because now you got guys that are running the football side of things that seem to know what they're doing. So you're going to have the best organization in professional football soon. Seriously. But, man, Minter and DaCosta not being there to greet Maxx Crosby showed you everything you need to know about how Bush League the Baltimore Ravens are. Shows you everything you need to know. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, we've stunk it up. Yeah, on the field. Yeah. But I'm just talking about the way the players get treated. I'm talking about the facilities in Las Vegas. I'm talking about the gym. I'm talking about the alumni. I'm talking about the way they travel, the way Mark spends his money. Bro, let me tell you something. It's a reason why the Raiders, when you talk to players around the league, they get grades that exceed everybody's. They're a top flight organization, man. And I'm sick of people. I just want the greatness of the Raiders to be established on all levels. So when nobody can talk their crap about this team, nobody can talk about this here, bro. That's where I'm at with it. I want to see Maxx have some jewelry. I want to see Maxx have that kind of Super Bowl run that Aaron Donald had. I want to see that, man. I want to see this guy go from pillar to post, Raiders, all the way through till he go to the Hall of Fame one day. That's what I want. We need some new legends. We need some new legends because they're dying, you know, and you got the Charles Woodsons and now you got Maxx who's still currently playing, you know, but we need some new legends that have achieved a level of greatness that is warranted and not just Raider legends, but guys that are legends across the National Football. I got a lot of thoughts about this, y'all. I know this is stuff that we as fans right now, we just want to see winning right now. But there is a part of the mystique of the Raiders that has gone away that I just don't like. I don't mess with that. I want that mystique back. I do, man. A salute to my guy Hoffy 11 with the $5 slap-a-rooney. The Raiders have been good and bad in history, but they have always been known for taking care of their players. And that's a goddamn stone cold lead pipe effing fact, my brother. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Needed that coffee, man. But, yeah, it showed him how the other half lives, man. Showed him how the other half lives. And I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, and I know people don't want to hear this. There are a lot of people that are still holding on to stuff. They're saying, F Maxx, he didn't want to be a Raider. Look, man, in every relationship, there's ups and there's downs. There's ups and there's downs in every relationship, bro. This was a down part, but I think the comeback and the rebound of this relationship is going to be something that is going to be talked about for ages. I can't wait until one day we see the level of success I feel like we can have here, and they do a 30 for 30 on this, or they do some kind of ESPN something, a Netflix special on this year and what happened with Maxx and how it led to a championship. One day, I believe that will happen. And guess what? You guys can clip this. I stand behind this message. My name is Wasted Talent, and I stand behind this message. But one day, it will happen. And you know, look, to be real with you, the Ravens, what they did, well, it was dirty business, right? I think the Ravens sat back, they heard the media, they heard their fans, and they really, really, really looked at the situation they're in. I don't think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl with Trey Hendrickson. Man, Trey the Truth, Ashtray, Ice Tray, Ice Cube, whomever, they ain't going to the Super Bowl. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't know whether or not Lamar Jackson can get it done. I don't know how old Derrick Henry is. Jesse Minter is a rookie head coach. And guess what? Teams now value next year picks more than anything in this league now. And I get it. And they took a slime ball way out, and they had buyer's remorse, and then they had to make this about Max's knee. But what I will tell you about Max's knee, and when you talk about the surgery, the meniscus surgery, it is something that could be kicking the can down the hill, right? So this is something that we got to look at as Raider fans. We got to, you know, I think that Maxx needs to buy in coming back. He needs to buy into some of that stuff that Alex Guerrero is selling. He needs to buy into some of that pliability. He needs to buy into what Brady used to do to keep himself ready to play football. And I know Maxx is a defensive end and Brady's a quarterback, but he needs to buy in. He needs to buy in. I'm telling you right now, he needs to buy in because we need him, right? Because that's a lot of salary cap space, right? And I can see Maxx Crosby going the route of J.J. Watt. And I said this when he was traded, and I don't back away from that. And I pray that that doesn't happen. I pray that that doesn't happen. Pray that Maxx can stay on the field and be as healthy as he's been. I pray that, man. But yo, at the end of the day, and yo, Matthew Shack's right. That was some dirty macking right there. He needed that, though. He needed that. Now you saw your well one dry. You see the organization you're a part of, and they love and care about you. You see it. You got your money. You got everything. Hey, CGR, I'm going to be honest with you, CGR. Love my brother Big Mike. Salute to Big Mike. CGR, I need you to put the membership to Raider Nation Unlimited up in here. We trying to get to 20 bands, bro. You slacking on your Mackin', and my brother Graf is in a place to be. My brother Graf is in a place to be. But yo, it was very, very interesting breaking that down. Now, guys, look, there were a lot of moves that were made, you know, yesterday, and I'm sure you guys have heard. We're gonna break them all down, though. We're gonna break them all down. Now, yesterday, we signed Thomas Booker, man. T-Book signed. Look, I can't speak to exactly what Thomas Booker is going to be, right? But I can tell you what I see. And what I see from Thomas Booker, man, I see a guy that is a young second-year player, 300 pounds. Big fella, man. Big fella, 6'3". That is an active-ass defensive lineman that has a motor. And if he gets a chance to continue to play next to guys like Maxx Crosby and play with the Nakobe Deans and the Quay Walkers of the world, I think that this kid, him and Tonka Hemingway, I have Thomas Booker and Tonka Hemingway really, really breaking out, like in a big, big way, man. I really do, man. I mean, this kid, let me tell you something. That was a terrific signing by the Raiders. That was a terrific signing, man. He appeared in 17 games. He had 13 starts. He totaled 44 tackles, 7 QB hits, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 5 passes defense. Kid is only 26 years old. Only 26 years old, man. This is a terrific signing by the Raiders, man. This is the kind of depth that the Raiders need. Like, a lot of people don't talk about, depth. A lot of people don't talk about, and I'm not talking about backup stuff. I'm talking about guys that are getting meaningful snaps. They might not be a starter, but they are definitely guys who play meaningful snaps. When you talk about playing defensive line in the National Football League, it is a war of attrition. You have to have those big fellas to keep giving pressure to the other team. So when your starter sits down and you put him in for 2, 3, 4 plays, Thomas Booker can go out there and give you starter level production, bro. Starter level production. I'm telling you right now, the Thomas Booker signing was something that we need. We need those pieces on the front end. And also, and you can see how they're building this roster. They're building a roster the way that, to be honest with you, I've always felt like an NFL roster should be built. NFL rosters should be filled with young, talented players that have high ceilings and low contracts. And if you really look at it, the Raiders went out there and they signed Spencer Burford. Now, I did a short on Burford. He is a guy who came into the league. He was, a starter from his rookie year in San Francisco. He started, he played, 13 games the next year. He got hurt one year. And then last year, he played in 11 games. He started in 9 games. He had some injuries. He is a guy that can start for you and can give you coherent snaps, but you would probably hope that someone else is playing that position and he's a backup, but he's a coherent, good backup, right? This is not an Alex Kappa situation. The thing with Burford is, and this is the thing that I love the fact that nothing is going to be guaranteed for Caleb Rogers. Nothing will be guaranteed for DJ Glaze. Nothing will be guaranteed for Jackson Powers-Johnson. These men need to come here and earn their job. Point blank, period, the end, dot to the dot, dot, ding dong, boy. Like my daughters used to say, man. But we need rotational pieces. We got some players that we're really dependent on, right? You got guys that got to play every snap. You got guys that if we're going to be a good football team, you are going to need Colton Miller to play every snap. If we're going to be a good football team, you're going to need Tyler Linderbaum to play 99% of the snaps, right? But we do have a situation where you do have a Jackson Powers-Johnson that has dealt with some things over his career. You have to hedge your bet somewhere. You got to hedge your bet. I'm going to say it again. You have got to hedge your effing bet, man. But those 2 moves yesterday, man, I mean, terrific moves for the Raiders, man. Terrific moves, man. But the T-Book move, I mean, phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. The Raiders are crushing it. Now, guys, I don't know if you guys have read, if you've seen, if you've thought about it. But we keep talking about a bridge QB, right? I've talked about it. There were a lot of people who disagree. They want to see Fernando from day one. And if I'm being honest, I would too. But it has to happen a certain way, right? It has to happen a certain way. So I've thrown around every name from Kirk Cousins to Derek Carr. But there is a name out there, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, that the Las Vegas Raiders are targeting 41-year-old veteran Joe Flacco to serve as a backup and a bridge quarterback to rookie QB Fernando Mendoza. The Raiders are seeking a stable mentor for their anticipated 2025 top pick. It's going to be 2026, but Flacco is emerging as the top candidate, right? And it's the thing, man. Like, Flacco is viewed as a high-level bridge QB. The Bengals are also in consideration and are thinking about bringing Flacco back. And guess what, man? Despite turning 41 in January, Flacco has shown that he can still sling it. Flacco still is viable. He can still play, right? And this is the thing. You know, when you start talking about Fernando Mendoza, you have a lot of guys that have had, you know, that kind of a comparison. There's a lot of guys who have compared him to Goff. They paired Fernando Mendoza to Kirk Cousins. A lot of people have compared him to Joe Flacco. But let me ask you guys something. What do you guys think about bringing in Joe Flacco as the backup? That would be a guy that, if I'm being honest, if Fernando Mendoza can't beat out a 41-year-old Joe Flacco, I would be a little concerned. Flacco's a dog. He's a dog. He's a great guy to have on a roster. But I want to see Fernando Mendoza come into camp and win that job. That's what I want to see. I want to see him come in and win that job. And I want him to be, you know, a guy that put his ego to the side, right? I don't necessarily know whether Kirk Cousins is ready to put his ego to the side. I don't know that. He might possibly, you know, Kirk Cousins still think that he's viable and can really start in his league. Salute to my guy, Hafi, with another $5 slapperoo. For me, feel like the fans have been begging for linebackers forever. That's the change I really like. Yes, we have, bro. And the thing is the Raiders going to the 3-4 defense. Now, there's some that say it's no guarantees that they go, but look, defenses play in sub packages a lot in today's NFL, right? But the way the roster's constructed really leads itself to what your base defense is. And the amount of linebackers the Raiders signed kind of shows me that they're definitely going to be playing the 3-4, right? They've said it. So, you know, if they don't, blame my head, not my heart. So them going out and getting guys at the second level, getting pass rush from the second level, getting guys who can cover in the second level makes this defense already a thing. It already makes it a thing because you know you got the pressure just with Maxx alone. You get the pressure, and if they go and they address in the draft and get that big zero tech, man, we cooking with gas at this point. We cooking with gas. We cooking with gas. But guys, I need to get back to this, right? Salute to my brother Big Mike and the place to be, man. Let me ask you something. What do you guys think about the Flacco thing? I mean, is Flacco the number one guy you'd bring in? I mean, there was a guy out there that nobody brought up that just got signed that I'm a little surprised by the Eagles, a little surprised that the Raiders didn't kick the tires on the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton. I would have liked to have that happen. But what would you guys think about bringing in Flacco as a backup and a mentor? What do you think, man? What do you think? Guys, let me lay it out for you like I always do. If you want Joe Flacco in the building as your backup and you think it's a good idea, put a 1 in the chat. Vet minimum kind of stuff. If you don't think Joe Flacco is a good mentor and is a good option, give me a 2 in the chat. I got to get the consensus of Raider Nation here. You guys know this is a pulse of Raider Nation, man. All of the Shield More shows, man. All of the Shield More shows. It is like a split room in here, man. There's a split room in here. My guy Dave Walker says he likes Flacco. Hey, CGR, do me a favor, bro. In about a minute, I can't really see the chats moving kind of fast. Count up the 1s and the 2s and let me know who wins. Count up the 1s and them 2s, CGR, if you possibly could. Bubba, could you? I didn't know you were here. Bubba, do me a favor, bro. Count up and see who won. Okay, look, guys, we're not gonna do this. It's definitely split, yo. We're not gonna do this crap. I see you guys about DC. We're not doing this, bro. We are not doing this. You know why we not doing this? Because let me tell you something. I still ain't forget about earlier, before the season was out, Carr saying he didn't think we should draft a quarterback and they not ready. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember that? Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you don't. Look, do I got to show you again? Do I got to show you the player hater of the year? God! Wow! I mean, my God. My God, do I got to do that again? No. Stop effing bringing him up. Look, man, the guy was very good for us, bro. But the problem with that situation is this, right? It's not that he's a hater. I'm joking, right? The problem is that he's still under contract with the Saints. And you don't know how he looks after having a major shoulder injury that he had to retire. He had to retire. Like, listen, if DC's healthy and he's a free agent, hell yeah, why not? Run it. Run it. If he's healthy and he's a free agent, run it. But the fact that you got to trade for him, you got to pray that his shoulder is not a bum shoulder, and then you have to pay an ungodly amount of money to bring him in to be a backup. No. And then what you're doing is you're splitting the fan base. You got some people that are more fans of him than they are the Raiders. I'm not trading a 6th-round pick, not trading nothing. When you got a whole room of people, a whole room of guys that don't have anywhere to play, that you don't got to give nothing up for. It's crazy. My guy, Black Sabbath. Think the Eagles might give up Tanner McKee now? Would you pair him with Mendoza and have him battle out to start the year? No. I want a vet. And I want a vet because if Mendoza is able to beat that vet out, I know he's legit. I don't want another young guy in that quarterback room trying to figure it out. I want somebody that if Fernando goes to the sideline and he needs a little advice or he's not seeing things or something, that there's somebody that has something tangible to give back to the young fella. No. Tanner McKee? No. No. And we're not turning this into the DC show. So I'm telling you now, I saw it. I got to respond to it. But I'm telling y'all, we're not doing that, y'all. Don't you guys effing start with that crap. Don't you effing start. I'm telling you right now, I see some of the people that are willing to just boycott. Yeah, I see you in the chat. I see you. Better get that F up out of here. What do you think of old man Rivers as a mentor? I don't. Phillip Rivers needs to stay retired. Phillip Rivers looked like a goddamn janitor when he was out there playing for the Colts, and he wouldn't come back and play for the Raiders. Phillip Rivers not doing that. We don't need him. We don't need Phillip Rivers, bro. We don't. And Yayim is wilding right now, about to get unceremoniously blocked, talking about long neck. You got to chill. You got to chill, bro. Dex says Mendoza needs to start day one. No, not necessarily. He doesn't. Look, bro, you got to understand something about J.J. McCarthy and Joe Flacco, right? Not Joe Flacco, but Fernando Mendoza. And the thing with J.J. McCarthy, I don't think the story is written on J.J. McCarthy. Like, two things, right? J.J. McCarthy played a lot of football at Michigan. He was 27-1 as a starter there. Won a natty Everything. But you guys forget something. JJ McCarthy got hurt right in the beginning of his career. And he was a guy who lit it up in the preseason. He looked like he was promising, and he hurt his leg. And I don't know if he's fully recovered from that. I really don't. But I don't think Fernando Mendoza is that. I think that, the offense that JJ McCarthy played in college was child's play. It's nothing like what Fernando Mendoza was, in college, under pro concepts. I think Fernando Mendoza's a lot further along than McCarthy was in college, if we're being honest. My guy, Big Mike, Carr isn't a viable option, but I really don't understand the hate, to be honest. There's no hate for me, Mike. You know how I feel about it. What I hate is I hate the vitriol from the people who support him when you say that it's not a viable option. That's what I hate. What I hate is the fact that people feel like it is some kind of right for players that used to play here that they have to come back. It just bothers me, Mike. I don't like moving backwards. Salute. I don't like moving backwards. I want to move forward. I want to talk about guys like Spencer Burford, man. A guy that's coming in and improving his damn line. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a guy that is going to give a hell of a challenge to Caleb Rogers. He is a guy who's played in this offense already when Kubiak was over there with San Fran. This is a guy that fits like a glove and that can come in here and really help a lot of these guys. He's not an elite player, man, but he's an upgrade over the guards that we've had, man. He's an upgrade as far as being a reserve. He is an upgrade, 100%. I don't know how I feel about Jordan Meredith. I want to see how Jordan Meredith plays in his offense. He kind of seems like his skill set and size and stuff would probably lend itself to a place where he'd play a lot better in this wide zone concept, man. John Fallon says, hey, Wasted, if both Lee Hunter and Jacob Rodriguez are available at 36, who are you taking? Now, I think that Jacob Rodriguez is the better player. He's a terrific linebacker, man. It'd be hard for me not to take Lee Hunter because I know that's what we need, right? So it'd be kind of need and fit over better player. I think Rodriguez is a better player. I probably would have to pick Lee Hunter, right? And it all depends on how my draft board went. It would all depend on how my draft board went because at the end of the day, right, you got to see if there's somebody else that's in that draft that you would support bringing in. You know what I mean? Like, look, there are guys like Jackson from Florida State that I can see playing that role too, right? So if you feel like your board is going to have you in a spot where you can select another zero tech, another nose, that is something that I'd be interested in, and then I take the best player available. But it all depends, man. It all freaking depends, man. It all depends. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to F and tell a friend, man. Salute to my guy, Just Raiders, baby, in the place, man. And salute to the guy that CGR sniped for being disrespectful, sending his punk ass to the gulags. And Darth Emperor, that is categorically incorrect. The Raiders are in the market of signing a veteran QB. They are. That is categorically incorrect. They're kicking the tires on our guy, Joe Flacco, man. So look, man, we got to move on from this, guys. We got to move on from this. We talked about the Crosby thing. We talked about all of the things that are going on right now, right? We got to talk about some of these guys in the draft and some of these pro days, man. We got to talk about that. Now, Denzel Boston is a guy that, a lot of Raider fans, such as myself, are really high on. I'm really high on Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston's a guy that I can see, doing some damage in this league. But I'm a little weary because, Denzel Boston did not run his 40 time He didn't run a 40 at the combine, and he refused to run a 40 at his pro day, which is a little weird to me, right? But he looks fluid, man. You know, he when they were throwing a ball to him at his pro day, snagged every pass thrown his way, had a nice little script, 6'4", large catch radius, man. All of that was on just full display. It was crazy, right? He's a nightmare matchup for guys in the league. And I really think that Denzel Boston is a guy that can be there and that the Raiders might want to kick the tires on. But the 40-yard dash is a little leery, right? Because look, when we talk about the fastest 40s of all time, right? Most of these guys that run these sub 4.3, 4.2 40s, most of these fucking guys can't even play. There's a lot of guys that ran fast, you know, and then their careers aren't really what you would think. Now, one guy that I thought was about to do some damage was Henry Ruggs, but you know, it didn't happen. You know, things happen and everything like that. But the only guy that can really ball in modern football that ran one of them crazy 40s is Chris Johnson. The John Rosses of the world, all these kind of guys, a lot of these guys have not really gotten it done in a real way. A lot of these guys haven't gotten it done in a real way. And so when I look at this, right, it's not that you have to run a sub 4.2. I just think that you have to have a certain level of quickness for me at wide receiver. If you're a 6'4" guy running a 4.5 at the lowest of 4.6 is okay, right? But I got to see it. When you're a smaller guy, you got to be a 4.4 guy for me. Or you got to be the damn best route runner there is, man. You got to be the best route runner there is. Now, Boston, his stock is going through the roof. I don't know if the Raiders will get a chance to kick the tires on him, man. His decision to skip the 40-yard dash, though, does mean that two things. He's hearing he's a first-round pick or a high second-round pick. He is a guy that I can see the Buffalo Bills going and bringing in, right? But I would love, because I saw that Boston and Fernando Mendoza followed each other. Man, I would love to bring him in, man. I would love to bring him in. Would love to bring him in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother wasted. I'm not super concerned about having a number one receiver. We don't have to fix every position in 1 year. Take the BPA, best play available. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I totally agree with that. You don't have to fix everything, right? The biggest thing though for me is that it's not that we got to fix everything. It's just the fact that we have to make sure that whoever we pick is impactful. Whoever we pick, it has to be impactful. It has to be impactful. Like you got guys out there like Chris Brazil the third, who is a guy that I'm high on his athletic profile. Thing about Chris is this, man. Tennessee wide receivers scare me. Now we got Dante Thornton, and I got a lot of love for Dante Thornton. But there are certain things with the Tennessee athletes that are coming out of there to where they aren't really taught. Right. This is what I'm hearing. Now, I could be wrong. When I got Dante comes back on the show, maybe he can fill me in. But it seems like there's a lot of gaps when Tennessee wide receivers come to the National Football League. And I don't like to scout the helmet. I like to scout the player, right? So Brazil is a guy that is, he's a guy that has a wingspan. He's the same wingspan as Fletcher Cox. Like the guy has a wingspan like a defensive lineman. That he has a rare physical profile. He really does, man. And that's one of those guys that, the Al Davis mindset in me. He's one of them guys that you might want to kick the tires on, right? But at the end of the day, I am never in a situation where I'm drafting a guy that doesn't do one of the things that you need to do, right? Like he's not the best with his hands, right? So it's like you're a wide receiver and you got problems catching the football. Like, how are you with disseminating and information? How many pro concepts have you ran in college? Like, these are the things. These are the things, bro. These are the things that I worry about. Said, leave Wasted alone. He can wear the same hat. Faith, it's all good. They know what time it is. The drip guy had to let him know what time it was. I wore this hat because it matched. And guess what? Sometimes, I see all of the drip and I'm like, man, I love that one, man. I got to wear that one. Salute, Faith Hope. Bodega, you know what I worry about? I worry about you bringing your bum ass in here and dropping a comment like that when we got people, we got hundreds of people watching, thousands of people watching. You come in here and you disrespect this chat every single day, you effing bum. Bodega, get the F up out of here with your crap. This is a great show, informative. We've gone 45 minutes without any of your hijinks, you effing. And then you come here disrespecting the great and powerful wasted talent. You get the F up out of here. You get the F up out of here. You get the F up out of here with your crap, Bodega Raider. Five minutes to the gulags. That's it. It's enough. Yeah, I mean, in Brazil, listen, the guy has great traits. Great traits. But, man, there are just certain guys, man, that just can't fucking catch. I don't really know. I got to see more tape on Brazil, man. But, guys, look. It's funny, man. Salute to all of y'all in the chat. Salute to people in the Get Off My Lawn gang. A lot of guys. Look, my guy, man, I have certain people that, I speak to off the air. There's certain guys I speak to off the air big time. There's certain people, my guy OGDA. There's a lot of guys that I have a certain relationship with off the air that I speak to. Salute to my guy OG, man. Right? But my guy Jack Burton. I don't talk to him off the air, but I talk to him a lot on Twitter. He says, hey, Wasted, greetings. The old great and powerful one. I need a what if the ish hits the fan mock. He goes, we as fans on draft day, we get killed all the time. Like if the Jets throw the house for the first round pick, what will we do? And you know what? I think that is a very, very good idea, bro. I think that's a very good idea. I think we need to really unpack that. We need to unpack that. And salute to my brother S. with the $10 slap a room. Here's the thing, Wasted. 4.2, 4.3 speed. Guys can chase down the deep bomb and not look like the ball smokes past over. You like Trey Tucker 4.4 speed, Ruggs, Deshaun, Moss, Chase, Bombs, Brennan Thompson. Bro, and I love that. That's right. The one and the same. The one and the same, man. The captain of the Pork Chop Express. Yes, sir. Salute to my guy Raider Jeff, man. But we're going to do if the ish hits the fan mock, right? I wanted to talk about the Trey Tucker thing, man. I did a short on it. And did you guys see that story about Trey Tucker and Steve Smith? Did you guys see the story about Trey Tucker and Steve Smith? Steve Smith is a guy that, I'm going to be real with you, when he speaks about wide receivers, I listen. When he speaks about wide receivers, I listen. I really do. I really do. When he speaks, I listen. But I want to ask you guys something. Did you guys, I'm going to read you a little excerpt from the story, right? Steve Smith said, with the new coaching staff coming in, the Las Vegas Raiders aren't going to be too loyal to players who weren't on the roster before. They don't know that. General manager John Spytek might be attached to some of his draft picks from last year, but anybody before that can't feel too safe. And the Raiders needed a wide receiver to step up last season after Jacoby Myers was traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that player ended up being Trey Tucker. He led the team with 696 receiving yards and was second on the team with 57 receptions. Tucker has always been an enticing deep ball threat due to his elite speed, but last season he proved he could be a bit more. However, the Raiders signed Jalen Naylor, and a free agent who is known and noted for his speed. The 2025 fourth round pick, Dante Thornton, is a player the Raiders are going to want to see more of next season, right? Jack Besh is also another receiver that the Raiders are going to want to see more of. And look, former star wide receiver and probably future Hall of Famer Steve Smith Sr. was going over the Raiders wide receiver room, and he believes Tucker is going to be the odd man out. I believe the outlier, who may be on his way out, unfortunately, is Trey Tucker, Steve Smith said on NFL Network. I don't think he's a well-rounded route runner who has advanced, right? But to me, right, I don't think that the Raiders should give up on Trey Tucker. I think that, you know, when you talk about the possibility if somebody gets moved on, especially if they draft some guys, right? Trey Tucker could be the guy, but I think Trey Tucker makes it. I think he should make it. I think Trey Tucker's a hell of a young wide receiver, and I think a lot of Trey Tucker's lack of production, if you want to call it that, really comes from the fact that Geno Smith wasn't protected very well. And the genius in his game is his speed. And I really think that, you know, Geno Smith being on his back like a $2 horror all season really lent himself to not getting any touches deep. Pause. Now, me, I'm not a big, I don't normally like small receivers. I like my receivers to be 6'2" or better, right? And if they're not, they got to be gadget guys. They got to be guys that can return kicks. They have to be like Jacoby Ford kind of guys for me, right? But I think Trey Tucker is a guy that can take the top off of a defense, right? And I think that Steve Smith, not really knowing the Raiders roster, I know him just knowing ball, I get where he's coming from, and I understand. And I tend to agree that Trey Tucker could be the odd man out, but I don't want to see that happen. I think that we really should keep Trey Tucker and develop him, man. Kevin, for you, Trey Tucker is currently wide receiver 1. That tells you how god awful we are wide receiver room. It's a complete overhaul. It's long overdue. I don't think we're god awful, bro. Like, quarterbacks have got to deliver a wide receiver the damn ball, bro. I mean, my God. I think some of his talent was a bright spot. Seriously, I would like to see him get more touches, man. Raider Bubba, you about to get unceremoniously blocked with your crap. Wait, so stop talking about deep touches. This is supposed to be a family show. It is a family show. It is an effing family show. You effing sick freak. You sick freak. Turn the volume up. Some louder gunshots. Whack. Talk about deep touches and stuff. I mean, you're a world-class gooner talking like that. What is wrong with you? I mean, yes. This is the first thing you said in a month of Sundays, Bodega, that I agree with. I mean, Bubba to the gulags. The first thing smoking. Oh, that's it, T-Nipple. I mean, T-Nipple, that's filthy. To the gulags you go, T-Nipple. It's enough. To the gulags you go. To the gulags you go. Felix, talker heads be talking. Trey Tucker has been a good Raider. Let him prove out. I believe that. I believe that. Let Trey Tucker show what he's got. Because he's one of them guys, man, I got a secret suspicion. If Trey Tucker goes to another team, he's going to go absolutely bonkers. Especially if there's a team that has an established number one guy and he can just be one-on-one and they have an established quarterback. He is a guy that can go absolutely freaking bonkers, man. Yeah, T-Nipple, definitely 5 minutes for you, bro. Definitely, man. That's enough. It's a F enough of your crap, T-Nipple. I mean, so guys, look, There was a pro day that I wanted to get into. Now, you guys know, I got some ears on Penn State's campus. That's one of the reasons why when I do mock drafts, I pick and select a lot of Penn State guys because, I got some ears over there. Now, today, Drew Allar was running the pro day. He took matters into his own hands today, man. Drew Allar was set to throw in front of scouts and executives today, and he went out there with John Beck. I don't know if you guys remember John Beck from BYU. He's a noted quarterback coach now. He got drafted by the Miami Dolphins. John Beck was helping him in his warm up. They kind of scripted a nice little script for him, and Drew Allar looked great, man. He stepped to the line and he began throwing, and the big 6'5", 235 quarterback was the one directing his teammates. He had Keytron Allen getting off, Kyron Hudson, Trey Pena on what routes to run, dictating the script of his last chance to make an impression, and he did it. He did a terrific job, man. He did a terrific job, man. John Beck helped put his script together, and Allar looked great. Thing is, man, Allar's a guy that people forget about. They keep talking about Ty Simpson. I think Allar, if I'm the Jets and I'm taking a quarterback too, I would probably take Allar. I know, or try to take him in the second round or something like that. I know they might have a little PTSD from taking Penn State quarterbacks though. But let me tell you something, man. This is a guy that was one interception away from winning the Natty, man. Allar bounced. He played well, man. Keytron Allen looked good today. Devontae Ross was turning heads, man. Their wide receiver with his broad jump. He's a guy that I could see getting taken, in the fifth round. Only thing is, smaller guy, 5'9" guy, but he had a 36-inch vertical, man. That would have placed him at 18th in Indiana, being 5'9". That's phenomenal. Safety, Zaquee Watley is turning heads, man. He's a guy that I always pick in my mocks. Zaquee Watley is a beast, bro. I think he's gonna be one of the better safeties coming out. He ran the shuttle in 4.1 seconds, man. The cone drill. That would have put him in the mix with Arizona's Genesis Smith as the top performing safety at the NFL Combine. Zaquee Wheatley might have had the strongest overall workout, man. He had a 40-yard dash at 4.62. Just looked great, man. Danny Sutton too was a guy to watch at the Penn State pro day, man. He looked pretty good. 6'5", 265 pound edge. Really reminds me of Rashawn Gary. I think that he's a guy that I could see going to the Green Bay Packers. But he's a guy who had 8.5 sacks this year. 90+ PFF grade. Played terrific, and he looked pretty good, man. He looked pretty good at his pro day. Nick Singleton got a chance to get a workout in. He had a foot injury, but Nick Singleton's another guy that I can see, that you want to keep an eye on. Lander Dickerson, all these guys. So look, I'm gonna tell you something. Penn State had their pro day today. Keep an eye out for Wheatley, bro. Keep an eye out for him, bro, because that's a safety that I would love to see the Raiders bring in. And keep an eye out for my guy, Drew Allar, man. Curry Cleese became a YouTube member. My God, man. My God, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love Keytron Allen to be a backup. And Vega is bro. Vega is not an offensive tackle. He's a guard. He's the number one guard in this draft. He's going to be going in the first 15 picks. When we had the number 14 pick with the Maxx thing, I was saying get him. But man, my guy Buck Nasty with the $5 slappy. Not sure if he will be there later, but I draft Drew if available early day 3. Do what the Redskins did with the 2 rooks. Yeah, look, I always do that in drafts and stuff. You guys always kill me for it, right? But I would do it too, man. But Allar looked great. He looked great, man. He looked every bit of that 6'5", rocket arm quarterback from what I understand. He completed all of his passes. His script looked great. He took command of everything. He looks like the genuine article. Yeah, and look, I just brought him up. That's Dot. I like Dennis. I like him. I don't think he's gonna be there for us. I think Green Bay's probably gonna. He looks like, because Green Bay's got to replace Rashawn Gary. I think there's more of a chance that we get to safety. It's more of a chance, but your Penn State got some players, man. Anthony Estrada is in the place. Is in the place, man. But yeah, you know, a lot of guys talking about Diego Pons and all these guys. Look, we're gonna do a mock draft, and guys, I know a lot of you guys are gonna get upset. A lot of you guys are gonna get upset if I do this, right? I'm gonna do a mock draft, and I am going to operate under the guides that we don't have the first pick. This is what we're going to do. We are going to do a draft where we operate under the guides that we do not have the first pick. I mean, would you guys be agreeable to that? Hey, listen. Who the fuck is this guy? Yo, I just had to stop my show. I see you guys are blocked. I can't see some of this stuff. Somebody was talking about me speaking about Penn State. Listen, 818 Raider 75. You have been unceremoniously blocked from my channel forever. Forever. You know, some people, you know, we talk ball. We have a good time over here, bro. Don't bring that energy in my chat. I can't see it because my mods was on top of it. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever come in my chat talking that shit. Ever. You effing, like, this is not even a joke, bro. The shit you bringing up, bro, is shameful. You fucking chump. You know, and I normally just let shit like that roll off my back. But yo, don't you fucking ever, you scumbag. Don't you ever, bro. I don't like that shit. Bro. Like, yo, we have a good time here. We have a great time. Don't you bring shit up like that in my chat, you fucking bum. I saw it. I blocked it. Yo, go make another troll account. Go make another fucking troll account, you scumbag. I mean, my God, man. What a scumbag, man. Effing scumbag. I just, like, we having a good show. We having a good time. I hate stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never like respond to like bullshit because, like, bro, I ain't like, yo, I'm an OG, man. I ain't no old flea. I'm not a chump, bro. I don't operate like that. But don't ever bring no shit like that up in my chat, you fucking chump. Yeah, man. Some people, bro, they're just miserable, bro. They hate to see people having a good time. Yo, we have a good time over here, man. It's a good vibe. This is a fucking great community, bro. And I'm sorry I'm cussing. Kids, if you hear me cussing, you know, I'm sorry, y'all. Uncle Wasted is sorry. But let me tell you something. Some of the stuff that some of these people put up, bro, is terrible, bro. And some of y'all need to really go get right with yourself, bro. Nobody needs you fucking bums over here with y'all shit. Go and go to somebody else's channel with that shit. And Die Hard Raider, watch your mouth, man. We're not bringing up nobody over here. Stop bringing up other content creators over here. Don't bring up nobody in my chat, bro. If it's not one of my guys I rock with or I'm cool with, fuck everybody, bro. Don't bring nobody. If you ain't see him rocking with me, don't bring them up. Do your homework. See, now you piss me off now. Now you're gonna get the real. You're gonna get the Jersey guy. See now that's what the see. I try to be positive, and here you effing bums go. Fucking scumbag. Let's get to the mock. Yeah, that fucking pissed me off, man. Scumbag. Yeah, man. I know, guys. I know. I don't normally let anybody bother. That pissed me off. School is now in session, y'all. So look, this the thing. We're gonna do a draft where the Raiders take a haul from the Jets. Let me see. So look, we're getting the number 2. We're getting 16. We're getting their second round pick. I am trading number 1, number 3, and our third rounder from next year. And guess what? What I'll do is I will trade a player as well. That's what I'll do. I will trade a player. So I'll trade Isaiah Palmau. Let me see if that happens. Let me see what happens. I offered the trade. Now we got 11 trade. We got 11 trades. Arizona is picking third. Right? Okay. So I get number 3. Let me see if the Jets took that one. See, I've never done a trade before, so I got to figure out. Let me see where my picks are. So my picks are still there, right? So let me see if I can force a trade. The New York Jets, right? Yeah. We want this one. We want this one. We want this one, and a number 2. So we're going to get their first 2 picks this year. We'll give them number 1. Trade not accepted from the Jets. Okay, this one, and in round 3, and we'll give them a third this year. 3 attempts remaining. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We'll give them our 1, our 2, and then we'll give them a second rounder, and I want their third. Trade accepted. So we get the number 2 pick. They get the number 1 pick. We get their 36. They get a round 2 and a round 3 from us. We get number 2. We get 16. We get number 33, and they get a round 2 from us next year. We get their round 2 next year. But next year don't matter because we're going to resume the draft. So guys, we just made a trade. Welcome to finally doing a mock where you don't pick Mendoza out of number 1. You're in the big leagues now. You get the F up out of here. Judge, you don't like, so she said that was awful? No, listen, I'm doing this so that we can see what happens here. Doing this so we can see how that draft would go. Somebody asked me to do this, and I think that's cool, right? So we got 2 first-round picks in this draft. We got 2 first-round picks in this draft, y'all. So you got Arvell Reese. We got a bunch of linebackers. It's Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, Mazador Delaney. I mean, it's just a lot, right? So you got to ask yourself, right? If you're the Raiders, you didn't take Fernando Mendoza for whatever reason, right? Which is not going to happen. Now, Arvell Reese is a beast. Arvell Reese is a beast, an absolute beast, man. A lot of people have Caleb Downs. We went out there and we got a lot of linebackers. I'm gonna go get. I think Caleb Downs is gonna be the next, the next star in this league. I'm getting Caleb Downs. So now we get to pick again. Now we're the Raiders, right? We don't have our quarterback yet, right? Makai Lemon is there. Ione is there. Terrell is there. Caleb Banks. We're going to take Ione. We're going to go get the beast of a guard. We're going to go get the beast of a guard. Now, Denzel Boston is there. Caleb Banks is there. We're in the second round here. Peter Woods, we know we're running that third. Now, Peter Woods is a beast, right? But you guys know I'm going to go get my guy, Caleb Downs. Caleb Banks, he is hurt. He's hurt. I'm still getting him. Caleb Banks it is. Caleb Banks it is. Oh, my God. We're going to go out there and go get Chris Brazel. We got Josiah Trotter. Max Clears. Branch. Man. We got our 3-tech. I'm taking Chris Brazel. We're going to take the big fella. And then, boom, Drew Allar. We got our quarterback of the future. We like Drew Allar. We got him in the 4th round. So, we've got a stud safety, a stud guard, a stud interior defensive tackle, a stud wide receiver, stud quarterback. I mean, we're cooking with gas over here. We're cooking with gas over here, y'all. So let's see what we got here at wide receivers. See some more wide receivers. See, we got here Brendan Thompson, Jacoby Lane. I like Jacoby Lane too, man. Caleb does Xavier Tom. Okay, that's my guy. I'm gonna come back. Demarius Crownover at tackle. I think we can do a little better. Parker, Zoom, Barber, Isaiah World. I think we can get in the next round, right? Now we drafted a quarterback. We got a safety. I like Reggie Vigil. Let me go to the chat, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think, man? So what do y'all think? Y'all want to do? Y'all want to take a cornerback here? What do you guys think? Y'all want to take a quarterback here? You want to take a cornerback here? Charles Demons, Zoom, Taurine York, Max Llewellyn, Isaiah World is a beast, though, man. Let me see what we got here at cornerback that's left. Now, Takario Davis and Jalen Kilgore are guys I take all the time. I love both of them guys. Really good players. I like Andre Fuller, man. Andre Fuller is a guy that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, but I think I can wait a little bit and grab him later, right? So we're at the top of our draft, right? CJ Daniels. I'm gonna get Malachi Kamara, bro, from Indiana. Kilgore is there. Let me see if my guy Isaiah World is there. Isaiah World is still available. He's a guy who got hurt that would have been at the top of this draft had we got him. But I picking a couple more picks. I'm not going to let Jalen Kilgore get out of there. So our defense is going to go crazy. Our defense is going to go crazy. Now, Emil Wagner is still there. Isaiah Ward, Pat Coogan is there. I think I'm going to go Emil Wagner. I really like Emil Wagner, man. Okay, so now we got to shore up that running back room. We got to have somebody back up our guy Ashton Genty. Like, I like Robert Henry Jr. Terrion Stewart is a good young player. Let me see. I think I'm going a little low, man. Kentrell Bullock, Cash Jones. So we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm going to get Kellyon Black come here with this guy, Fernando Mendoza. Damn, and Inez Cooper is still available? Sheesh. Oscar Delp. The one thing we don't need is a quarterback, man. I'm gonna get my guy Harold Perkins. Oscar Delp is still available. I can't pass on that kind of talent, bro. How many more picks I got? I only got one more pick. Sheesh. Should I go get another corner? Should I get another corner? I got my running back. Sturdivant is still there. Terrion Stewart's there. Man. I'm going to go get my guy Damani Jackson, man. So we got Caleb Downs, one of the great safeties to come out in the last few years. We got the best guard in the draft. We got big Caleb Banks. That's going to be our zero tech kind of guy in the middle of defense. Our new Chris Jones. Chris Bazell is a stud. We got a number one wide receiver in the building. And then we got a big wide receiver, big target for a quarterback that's not as accurate. Big 6'5" Drew Allar. We got Malachi Kamara coming in there on the edge. Defense is going crazy now. We got Jalen Kilgore that's going to help us out. He's a safety, possibly big nickel. We got a young left tackle or right tackle that can come in and possibly start. We got our backup running back and Kellyon Black. We got Harold Perkins Jr., you know, a fast young linebacker that we can add to that linebacking core. And we got Damani Jackson. Damani Jackson, man. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? What do y'all think, man? I need to know, man. I need to know. Somebody asked me to do a draft where I don't take Fernando Mendoza, bro. Guard was a reach. What y'all think? I'm so used to picking Fernando Mendoza. That's probably why. Said, yo, the rest is trash. Caleb Banks and Caleb Downs is trash. What the F are you talking about? What the F are you talking about? Said Caleb Banks, Drew Allar, and Chris Brazil will not be playing football in 5 years. That's that. I mean, who are you, the fucking amazing Kreskin, Ricky? How the F do you know? How do you know that they're not going to be playing football in 5 years?
Fucking gorilla looking smelling bitch. Motherfucker, you got me fucked up.
How the F do you know? Talk about sucking. I got something for you. the picks were great, not Allar. Hey, Raider War Report, my brother from EO. I think we should not do a mock draft without taking Mendoza. Let's not even put that in you. That's true, yo. That's true. That's true. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We are going to purify ourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. We are purifying ourselves right now. It's enough of this. It's enough of this. It's enough of this. Let me do it with Sigma's board. We're gonna enter the draft, y'all. We enter in the draft. We start in the draft. We not doing no trade. What the hell's going on here? Oh, this is his board. Yeah, Fernando Mendoza, y'all. We taking Mendoza, bro. We taking Mendoza like we should have anyway. So now we're in our second round, right? Damn, his shit is kind of trash, bro. So look, we know what we need, right? We know we need a zero tech, bro. We know we need a zero tech. Caden McDonald, come on home, baby. We got the big fella. We're going to pass on Caleb Banks because he's a big man with a foot injury. We're passing on him. Sorry. So sorry for you, yo. So now, listen, we got a chance to draft one of the best, you know, and I know you guys are saying, man, this is the third round, right? We got a lot of needs. We don't need a backup running back, but we damn sure do need a safety. Zaki Wheatley, come on home, yo. Zaki Wheatley, come on effing home. Malachi Fields, I'm not a big Malachi Fields guy, right? But I am a big Deontay Lawrence fan. LT Overton, Sapp, I mean, you got so many good players still left, man. So many good players that are left, right? Now we could go Bud Clark, we just got our safety. So right now, right, we got our quarterback, we got Caden McDonald, and we got our safety. We got our safety, man. So look, we can go wide receiver, we can go backup running back. I think it will probably be better if we go linebacker. We're gonna get Deontay Lawson. So right now, we got our quarterback of the future, we got our zero tech, we got a safety, we got a linebacker. Now we can kind of get creative now, right? So for me, look, there are a lot of players out here that I respect, that I like. Keytron Allen, you know, Kilgore is a guy that, you know, I draft almost all the time. Jaden Ott is a terrific young running back, man. He really, really is. But I really think that I haven't done anything for this offensive line. I think it's about time that I do go get somebody that's in the offensive line. Now, Jeremiah Wright's a beast. Campbell's a beast. Man, this is a tough one, right? This is a tough one. We're going to see if there's any tackles out there. Let's see if there's any offensive tackles out there. J.C. Davis, Zune, Austin Parker, Isaiah World, Diego Pounds, Emil Wagner. I think I can get value on the next fourth rounder because I got fourth round picks, right? So I can get. I don't have to really go crazy, right? I don't got to go BPA. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my guy Jalen Kilgore like I always do, right? Then I'm gonna go out there and I'm going to take my guy Keytron Allen. Take my guy Keytron, man. I got me a 1-2 punch for the ages, right? Then I'm gonna go get my guy Drew Shelton from Penn State. I got 3 Penn State guys, right? Then now we can go out there. We can see what we got, man. We can see what we got. We already got our linebacker, right? We got our running back. You know, we got our zero tech. We can really, really go out there and just really for the rest of this draft, we could just take guys that we need, man. We can take guys that we need. Now, we haven't gone wide receiver, right? So that's one place that I would really like to start. I would like to look. Now, Xavier Thomas is a younger guy, smaller guy, but he is a devastating kick return. I'm taking Xavier Thomas. That's my guy. I like that kid. So now we're in BPA world right now. Andre Fuller, a guy I got a lot of respect for. I like Andre Fuller. We're going to double up in that cornerback room. I like Devontae Smith for Sufazan. Lorenzo Styles, come on home. It's an Al Davis pick right there in the 7th round. We got a guy that just tests off the charts at safety. I took a wide receiver. What y'all think, man? What y'all think, man? No, and I'm not a Penn State fan. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm not a Penn State fan, bro. I like Drew Shelton. I like a lot of the players, man. This is a damn good draft. I got my quarterback. I got my zero tech. I got a damn starting safety. I got a starting linebacker. I have my big nickel possible safety in this draft. I got 2 safeties, possible nickel. I got me a damn good backup running back. I have a right tackle of the future. I got a kick returner and a gadget guy that's fast as hell, one of the fastest guys in the draft. And I got a damn good young corner. That's a solid effing draft. You guys are a bunch of bums. A bunch of bums. Yo, hug these. I got something for you to hug, you effing bum. Xavier is great. He ran a 4.28. 4.28. He's a terrific kick return. Terrific. You want to see what they gave me? Hold on. I didn't get a grade. I did not get a grade. It said, what's in a grade? Huh? They didn't give me a grade. So look, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. We're not doing the Trevor Sigma crap. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. We're starting to draft Fernando Mendoza. Let's go. Let's go. Real quick. Christian Miller is still available. Lee Hunter. You know what? We're taking Christian Miller, bro. We got our defensive tackle. Danny Sutton, come on home. We got a defensive end. We got a defensive end, man. Lawson, all of these guys. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what we got here, man. So right now we got our quarterback of the future. We got we have our interior defensive tackle. We got Danny Dennis Sutton, who is he's a beast. Big guy, man. We got Caleb Douglas. Oh my God. Thomas, all of these guys. Kobe Young, Sturdivant. I'm getting my guy Malik Benson. I think Malik Benson's the best wide receiver damn near in this draft. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get my safety, Bud Clark. Look, Jalen Kilgore, for whatever reason, is always available. I can't ever pass. We're going to go get him. We haven't gotten a guard. We're going to go bring in a guard in this draft. We got to do something on both trenches every single draft, whether you like it or not. You like it or not, learn to live with it is the best thing going today. The best thing going today. You know what? I'm going to see. I don't want to double up at guard. But, you know, it's a 6th round. I got to get value in the 6th round, right? And if I'm going to get value in the 6th round, Inez Cooper is a guy that gives you value. Zane Durant is also another guy that gives you value. He's another big fella, right? Kellyon Black. I think I need to get a running back. I definitely need to get a running back. That's something that I have not addressed, right? So I'm going to get Desmond Claiborne out of Wake. I'm going to get Desmond Claiborne right now. Inez Cooper is sitting right there. I already went out and, you know, but I'm going to go get my guy Xavier, man. I need my kick returner. I need my kick returner, man. Parker Brels with Damani Jackson. Roman Hembry's still there. Sturdivant is still there, man. Man. I lost out on my guy Lorenzo Styles, man. Styles is gone, man. I'm going to go get Eli Heidenreich. Bring him in, man. Bringing in my guy Heidenreich. A-. A-. A, F, and minus. Yeah, I skipped him in the 4th. I like Malik Benson, bro. Malik Benson. Y'all need to go look at Malik Benson, y'all. Go look, listen. They gave me an F on Malik Benson. My guy Marty Lowe from Madison, New Jersey. Salute. Salute, man. That's a great draft, man. Listen, y'all don't like Malik. I like Malik Benson, bro. But guys, listen, this is a great draft, man. It's a great draft, man. Kelly Power, here's your grade. You get the F up out of here, Kelly. But guys, listen, we're gonna get out of here, man. This was a terrific Raider Nation Unlimited, man. Terrific. You guys are just, if you don't like this draft, you don't like ball. The F up out of here with your crap. But everybody, listen, man. And if you guys don't like my draft, get the F up out of here. I'll be quiet. But guys, listen, man. This has been a great show. Love every single one of y'all. We're gonna be rocking and rolling all week. We're gonna have shorts. We're gonna do some lives. Might get a graph and wasted going. It's gonna be a lot going on, guys. Yeah, I know Jacoby Lane over Malik Benson. I like Malik Benson, bro. Bodega, you know what? This is an average show, but this is not an average block. You get the F up out of here, man. Guys, listen. You guys have a terrific night. We are out of here. Love every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all pay your bar tabs on the way out. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I know you guys love the content. I love the content, and I love every single one of you guys who sent the comment, a super, whatever. If there's any effing support over here at Raider Nation Unlimited, is greatly appreciated. Salute to everybody in Raider Nation, bro. We are out of here, y'all, like yesterday. And guess what? The new intro is coming soon, y'all. It is coming soon, man. But to be honest with you, man, I really don't know if I want to play the old intro right now, man. We're just gonna get out of here today. I think it's time to just get out of here, man. Peace.